Hello, America. I'm Camille Chandler, and this is Qualitative Listening. On today's episode, we're going to be talking about the independence for the Federal Reserve and what that means. The Federal Reserve is designed to be politically independent. Here's what that means in structure. Board of Governors. Members are appointed by the President and confirmed by the Senate, but they serve 14-year terms, which helps shield them from short-term political pressure. The Chair serves a 4-year term, again appointed by the President, but does not serve at the President's pleasure. Budget. The Fed is self-funded. It does not rely on Congress for its operating budget, which gives it financial independence. So in theory, the Fed can raise rates, tighten money, or act aggressively against inflation without asking permission from the White House or Congress. But in practice, the Fed is not immune to political pressure, and presidents do apply it. For example, Trump versus Powell. Donald Trump repeatedly bashed Fed Chair Jerome Powell for not cutting rates fast enough, publicly and on Twitter. Remember Johnson versus Martin? President Lyndon B. Johnson literally shoved Fed Chair William Mackenzie Martin against the wall for raising interest rates during the Vietnam War. Reagan and Volcker. Paul Volcker, famous for crushing inflation, was not reappointed in part because Reagan wanted a more market-friendly Fed chair. Moreover, market expectations and election cycles often informally influence Fed timing. For example, the Fed generally avoids major policy moves close to a presidential election, not because it has to, but to preserve the appearance of neutrality. So is it truly independent? Legally, yes. The framework is set up to protect it from politics, but realistically, not entirely. Political pressure, media coverage, and economic conditions create a lot of soft influence. Alright, that's the show, folks. Thanks for listening to Qualitative Listening.